So, Lady Gaga, one of the biggest frauds as far as this We Are the World Kumbaya crap she be promoting, is saying that all music is black music. Well, duh. I guess maybe for her unenlightened people who don't know nothing about the music industry and the racism of it, maybe that is an eye opener and what led her to that discovery. But if you know anything about jazz, blues, gospel, country, R&B, pop music, metal, all of it was offshoot of R&B. Nothing new. Like Little Richard said, the great Little Richard used to say, rock and roll and gospel had a baby and it was called pop music. It's rock and roll music. Even the term rock and roll, which was slang for sex, was used by African Americans back in the day. There is nothing new under the sun, but it's been whitewashed by racist industry. I've actually been in record stores where they had gospel sections split up by black and white gospel. Yeah, everything that they did that was popular and everything was more on the white side, and R&B got a one section. But why was that? Because it was legalized by a racist industry that has always divided people by the color of their skin and the music. Nothing new under the sun. Lady Gaga is a culture vulture, though appropriation. Let me go back with her. Akon discovered her. She was real popular with the black gay community, obviously with RuPaul, etc. So she definitely fed off in the scene, in that scene. Remember the 2013 Do What You Want to Do with My Body? Who did she call? R. Kelly up. And you see how she flipped on him. Even though she claimed how big a fan she was. And regardless of anything, you can't take away that man's impact and history as a musician, as an artist. That will never be taken away. Regardless of what you think about him personally or whatever go on, the music speaks for itself because they made a lot of money off of him. And she needed him. Remember that in 2013. Because they had the song, and John Wall, the basketball player for the Washington Wizards, was used for the Best Buy commercials. That was big. She had T.I. on that record and some others on that record. She was trying to be down. It didn't really go that well. Do What You Want to Do was a big hit. It didn't really go that well, so she went back white. She went with Tony Bennett, went more mainstream before she did Star is Born, etc. But after George Floyd, now she's like, okay, well, maybe I need to go back. So fakery. I'm so tired of these fakery, fake woke white folk always coming like, oh, now, oh, yeah, let me jump on that wagon. Suddenly you don't want your slave names or certain association with your names. Now you want to say stuff like this. And the music industry had the Blackout Tuesday, which is comical. They blacked out R&B black artists forever with royalties, respect, and everything. All you ever have to do is watch the movie The Five Heartbeats when they try to get the five white guys to portray the five heartbeats. That's real. White album covers with black artists in the 60s, that is real. Censorship, all that, labeling, putting a label. Race music was a label for R&B music, soul music, R&B and hip hop, which is blended together. Why is that? That's all done by a racist agenda industry. The music industry's always been racist, always will, with coded words and coded slogans. But it's always been created off of black folks, but you've had white folks who benefited from it. Okay? Let's just call it 100 what it is. Because I'll take Barry Gordy 100 times over Clive Davis. And Barry Gordy was more important to music. But they don't want a black face and a black person to get that acknowledgement. They just don't. That's just a fact. They whitewash everything. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. How is it that Rolling Stone Magazine and Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which is white geared and based, going to tell black artists who created the name and made the brand of artists from here to abroad? Let me tell you something. The Beatles, the Rolling Stones, Led Zeppelin, to the Bee Gees, where would they be without R&B music? Those are all Hall of Famers. But I'm just throwing it out you. Where would they been without Little Richard, Chuck Berry, Jackie Wilson, James Brown, Sam Cooke, Otis Redding? But I'm just telling you. And I don't even go back to Robert Johnson, Howlin' Wolf, to Jimi Hendrix, to Blind Lemon Johnson, and go on. And Big Mama Thornton. Where would they be? Bessie Smith included. So Lady Gaga ain't saying nothing but just giving politically correct kumbaya lip service to something that, if you know anything about it, you know black folks is in all of music. So that fraud statement she made, that little, like she's trying to like come across like she's hip to sound good, is tired. She need to go back and do the Nora Jones meets Madonna thing that best suits her career. Because between that, that's what she'll get her respect as an artist. But trying to do these like she's woke situations, save it, Gaga. All the fake white weed that's coming along now, save it. Because a month ago, before George Floyd, you didn't know black folks even halfway existed. Now all of a sudden, it's like all these corporations, companies want to be down in black. Save it. Anyway, that's my thoughts and my takes. Hit that like and subscribe when the bell rings. A new video. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for one another. And people like Gaga, stick to doing what you do. Make some music. But don't be trying to tell us something that we already knew. Because black folks created all the industry. They just don't get told because it's been whitewashed. And you wouldn't be where you were if you didn't benefit from it. I'm done.